I found it.
Spider. Don't fade on me yet.
What are you supposed to be? A demonic kumquat?
You can call me a hobgoblin. Every Spider-Man needs one.
Newsflash, Hobby. You're not my first goblin.
But this goblin has one thing the others never had.
The fragment.
Yes, and with its power, I'm going to tear this world apart.
Okay, now, story in Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions is pretty simple. It's really just there to get all these Spider-Men together into one place. I'm going to explain it really quickly. It's not a bad story, but it's okay. That's all I'm going to really say about it. But let me explain it real quick. Okay, the story is pretty much Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man, Future Spider-Man, 2099 Spider-Man, Noir Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, all have to go and try to get these pieces of a tablet. The tablet's very magical and could take over the world or something, I don't know. And they have to pretty much get it and get it out of the evil hands of Mysterio, who is a Spider-Man villain, if you don't know. And yeah, that's pretty much the story. That's all I'm really going to explain about it. And yeah, let's go on to the sound of the game. Okay, now sound in Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions overall is really good. The voice acting is fantastic. Amazing Spider-Man is voiced by Neil Patrick Harris, who I love, and all the other Spider-Men, I can't remember their names, but they all are voiced by people that have voiced Spider-Man once in their life, at least, so it's not like some random guy they got off the street to voice Spider-Man. So you got some people that have voiced Spider-Man before in a TV series or some other game or something, and they all sound really good, but Neil Patrick Harris stands out because he's a big name. You also have Nolan North, who plays Deadpool, which is cool. You have other voiceovers. You got characters like the Vulture. You get Hammerhead. You get a whole bunch of other characters, let's just say. And they all are voiced very well. And the sound effects overall are really good. The attacks Spider-Man does, each Spider-Man, really cool. The Noir Spider-Man has a sort of noir kind of sound, you know, like very, you know, kind of quiet and stuff. And really, overall, the sound is fantastic. I said really good before, but I actually thought the sound was fantastic. There's really almost nothing wrong with it, except maybe some Spider-Men have cheesy one-liners, but they're not really voiced terribly. It's just cheesy one-liners. So, whatever. Anyway, let's go on to the graphics of the game. Okay, now the graphics in the game overall are fantastic also, because most of it's actually cel-shaded. Now, not everything's cel-shaded. Amazing Spider-Man, you could definitely tell it's cel-shaded, mostly because it's cel-shaded everywhere. There was even a video game where it was cel-shaded, so I'm guessing the comic book is very cel-shaded looking. I keep saying cel-shaded. And it looks great. Noir Spider-Man has a black and white kind of style. It's like Splinter Cell. You have to stay in the shadows and stuff, kind of like Arkham Asylum too. And it has a great looking feel to it, and it looks really cool. The future Spider-Man is actually really cool because you get to see a New York City that's in the future. Now you don't see much of it, kind of like Transformers War for Cybertron, where you didn't see much of Cybertron, but it's still cool to be in there. And Ultimate Spider-Man, he has the black suit and he goes anywhere really. He just the graphics are good for him also, but he's not really he's never in somewhere really like, oh my god, memorable. But you know, the graphics overall I think are really great. So let's go on to the gameplay of this game. Okay, now the gameplay overall, now this is going to be the longest topic because I have to talk about each one specifically. Let's start with Amazing Spider-Man. It is pretty much a beat-em-up. All these Spider-Man are pretty much beat-em-ups, but each one has a specific thing that's different, like the art style. And Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, it's pretty much a beat-em-up. You don't really have a special ability like all the other ones do, except cel-shaded, so yay, colorful. And it's just overall, it's a fun little beat 'em up style of game. It's really fun. Let's just say that the combos are cool. When you beat up enough people and get a whole bunch of points, you can buy new ones. You got upgrade your health and stuff. It's really fun. So overall, I thought the brawling in the game was really fun. Now let's go on to Noir Spider-Man, which is pretty much a stealthy kind of thing, but sometimes you do fight. But I already talked about the brawling. It's pretty much the same thing. You get the shadows, and that's Noir Spider-Man's specific thing. He goes to do takedowns, which when people aren't looking, you could go take down someone and like I don't know, throw them against a wall, web them there, and go and take care of all the other people and try not to get spotted. It's really fun for Noir Spider-Man. It gets a little old, just a little bit, because you know you just go from this place, this place, this place. It's not like you do this and then beat up a bunch of people and then you do this. It's more like you kill a bunch of guys. Well, you don't kill. you beat up a whole bunch of, well, you do stealthy stuff to a whole bunch of guys, and then you go here, do a whole bunch of stealthy stuff to some guys, and then save a whole bunch of civilians by doing a bunch of stealthy stuff to some guys. So it's pretty much the same thing over and over again, but it's still fun nonetheless. Ultimate Spider-Man is pretty much a beat 'em up, except you get this black suit, so you get rage mode for that, and pretty much it makes you powerful, more powerful for a little while, and that's pretty cool. But overall, it's still a brawler, and yeah. So let's go on to the last one, which is Future Spider-Man, which is pretty much the same thing also. It's pretty much a brawler, except you get the acceleration mode, which kind of slows everything down, so you can go and beat up everybody. Like, I don't like this guy. Accelerate mode, you're pretty much going faster, and everybody's going slower, pretty much. Well, you go the same speed, but everybody's going slow. So for them, you're going fast. So overall, I thought the gameplay was really fun. This was a really, really fun game, and of course you go whip around with Spider-Man's web. So it's not a free roam game also, let me mention that if you don't know. So yeah, I really had a lot of fun with Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. I really recommend it. It's a fun rental. I don't think it's a perfect buy because it gets a little boring sometimes, a little repetitive. But overall, I thought it was a really fun game and one of my favorite Spider-Mans to date. I think I like Web of Shadows a little bit more, mostly because it's a free roam game. And it had I think the brawling in both the games are equally as good. So overall, I just thought the game was very fun, very good rental, but not a buy. I would say buy it when it's like $40, because it's about maybe 8 to 10 hours, so it won't last you forever. So yeah, overall, there's my review. I think it's definitely worth a purchase if you can get it for about 40, maybe even 50, maybe just a little bit cheaper, because it's only 8 to 10 hours, like I said. And yeah, there's not really much else to do, no real big replay value. So yeah, I think it's worth a purchase if you can get it cheaper. And also check the description for my not full written review, I keep saying that, for my written review. Yeah, thank you and goodbye.